My name is Cari Matejka, and I started Literacy of Love a couple years ago because I traveled to Uganda and saw the great need there, and I fell in love instantly. And I knew that I could do something greater. So that's where Literacy of Love was born, knowing that I have one life to live and I could make a decision. I could choose what kind of impact I wanted to make on the world. The goal for Literacy of Love is to build an orphanage home, a permanent orphanage home, because as of now we don't have one. In addition to that, we want to build a secondary school. BPS, Bethlehem Parent School and Orphanage, is a primary school, but we don't have a sister school. So our kids are growing up and so are our problems. So as these kids grow up, they have nowhere to go. And we can't afford to send them to other schools. So we know that part of our crisis is not having a secondary. So we have big challenges and we have big dreams, but we have big faith that we can make this happen. Only together though. We know that making these big goals happen only happens together. Overall, we want to take care of basic needs: shelter, food, clothing, medication. Long-term goals, we need a permanent orphanage home so these kids have hope in their future, knowing that they have a place to call home, that they can always go to it, and even past our times, that these kids, they're not homeless, they're not familyless. They have a loving, caring, safe, nurturing home to come to, but also that they have school and that they can finish their education. One of the kids said to me, "Mom, I'm well off now. Like, this is where my joy comes from. I'm well off." And if you look around, you think sometimes these kids have one delicate meal a day. That's their words. One delicate meal a day. Sometimes they don't have a blanket. Sometimes they don't have shoes to call their own. Sometimes they cry at night because they don't think they have school fees to go on and they might have to quit school and work. But while they're in this sanctuary, they say, "I'm well off." Those are things that burden your heart, but they bless you incredibly because it makes our lives more powerful when we can impact others. But it's never just a one-way street because we don't just impact them, they impact us. I'm forever changed. They say to me often, "I have nothing to give you, but I can give you my love." And that's enough. That's all they need to give. The inspirational quote that Literacy of Love tries to extend to everybody is that every ounce of love causes a ripple of change. Be the change. Literacy of Love says you matter. Literacy of Love says you can have a hope and a future. These kids are loving and they're caring and they just want a bright future. So we can choose what kind of impact we want to make on the world. And I know Literacy of Love can make an impact that will change the lives of children and families.
It's now, Mom, the same to you because you always do everything with all of like your thinkings, your minds, your brain, your effort, like your power, struggling so that you can see, like as in we are so happy, like we do like have everything. We are so like in good, like we are so like till you see that we are health, like happy, like and making our future safe and like okay. So I just wanted to show you, and with that, you know the next word for me, not any other than saying thank you. So it's you now in water down here. We are the one just up in the basket. You're carrying us, struggling to see that at least our future can be okay. Thank you, Mom. Thank you for that thing. Love you.
Bye-bye.